Hi there, my name is Cole, and in today's video we are going to be modifying the official LEGO 2022 Batmobile set into an 8 stud wide Speed Champion scale 2022 Batmobile. Now before we start this video, if you'd like to build this model yourself, I recommend you don't, because better Batmobile models exist, like this one on Rebrickable, and so I'll link to this one down below because it's a much better model, and I'll explain why in a second, but yeah, I'll just link to this one. So, you might be wondering, why do we have the Batmobile? The Batmobile is cool, but if you know me, I'm not really into superheroes, but then again, you don't want to hear my opinion on superheroes. But there are quite a few cool ones, including the new 2022 Batmobile, or the Batman Batmobile, I guess, because that's the name of the movie. So a couple of months ago, a friend of mine lent me his official set, so I could mod it from its rather large scale into 8 stud wide Speed Champion scale, like most of my other models. I was able to film some of the design process, so here's that. Alright, so modifying the Batmobile to Speed Champion scale, because as you can see I have the F1 GTR here, and it's a little bit big to go like blasting around the city in, unless, you know, you don't really care about the stuff on the side of the road. But anyway, so basically what we're going to do is lower it, because the like real life version of this is a lot lower, a lot less monster truck looking, and probably a little bit less, I don't know what you would call it, wide, I guess. I think we'll see how it goes. Basically, we're going to lower it, we're going to shorten it, because it's also, well, once it's lowered, it's going to look kind of long. Yeah, I guess I'll just get to work, because there are a lot of things that are going to be changed on this. Alright, we just did a lot of building, so I figure I should update you guys. So basically, we still have the original chassis, because this uses the 8 wide Speed Champions chassis normally, but we just took away basically everything except the chassis. I added some normal Speed Champions wheel connectors, some Speed Champions, or I guess city style fenders, mudguards in this case. I just basically slapped on the sides the way they were, and they actually look fine, which is kind of handy. And then in the front, it's again basically just downsized. Let me try and remove this here. So basically, we have the existing front end. We have the built-in missile launcher, which I think is a cool feature, so we're going to keep it around. And then we just have, like, literally the exact same assemblies just on top of the Speed Champions fenders. So really simply, this missile launcher goes kind of back where it was, and right in there, just like that. And that's basically all we got so far. Obviously these go into the cabin, but there's not really much we can do about that, so we'll just kind of hide it best we can. And I guess I'll get back to work, because it's actually coming along quite nicely. Alright, so I realized that wasn't much of the design process at all. So let's go through the whole model and talk about the design, while keeping it hopefully somewhat interesting. In the front, it's identical to the set. The lights and kind of grill area are a bit too tall, but I wanted to keep the spring-loaded shooters in there, as I thought they were kind of a cool function. This whole model is not so much a model of the Batmobile as it is a scaled-down version of the official set, which was not perfect. And so it's kind of kept a bunch of those non-perfect things. I'm not super familiar with the real car, so while I added a couple mods to make it a bit more realistic, I didn't go overboard with them. So spring-loaded shooters are still there, and they are fun to use. Moving back, some interesting parts on the hood, although again all taken from the official set. The sides, like I mentioned earlier, are literally just taken from the official set as well. The interior has been sacrificed completely for this windshield technique, which I think is as realistic as it can get. Although there may be other ways of doing this without sacrificing the interior. I just like the way this windshield technique looks. And we still have seats and a center console. Moving back, we have these rear fenders, which are really fancy looking. They are quite simple, and in between them we have the engine, which is again a modification of the one in the original set. The original set appeared to contain a V6. I don't know what the movie one has, because I haven't seen the movie, but I figured a V8 would be cooler. And thus we have something that looks like it probably has 8 cylinders instead of 6. Now, because this is a modification of the set and not a original model, there are not many very interesting techniques in here at all. The vast majority of it is brick stacking. The most interesting stuff probably comes up in the engine, and even then it's not that complex. So this shouldn't be an incredibly difficult model to reverse engineer should you like to attempt that, although I doubt anybody's going to try and attempt that. The wheel covers I have on it at the moment are not ideal. They are a bit too flat, although I'm not entirely sure what would work best here, so I don't know. If I find something, I'll replace them, but for now, we're just sticking with these ones. And so that is it for the design overview. Not a lot to this model. Again, And so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoy seeing different vehicles in the channel like this, because it's nice to have some different vehicles in the channel once in a while, and so I would enjoy building more. So thanks to my friend for lending me this model in order to modify it. Go build the one that I showed you earlier because it looks really sick. Other than that, I guess that's it for today's video. Hopefully I could inspire you to potentially modify your own Batmobile, or just build your own one from scratch, which I would probably recommend. But either way, I guess that's it for now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I'm forgetting something. I just haven't made that many videos recently. That's it for now, I guess. And with that, I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Actually, I always say that. That doesn't make any sense. It should be, I hope you guys will watch the next video. That's a lot more accurate, although it sounds kind of weird, I guess. So, bye.